Hi, Larry Kruger again with Ask the Expert. As mentioned before, I've been in the moving business for close to 40 years. And the challenges in today's environment, in this new age we live in, is the challenge of getting noticed or being noticed by the consumer. Hence the pie plate. Back in the day, there was a rep I worked with since retired by the name of Dan Ross, and he had come back from a sales call complaining the fact that, he moved this guy, 3 times before. He was in the home and everything went great. Did a follow-up call on the guy, and the guy went with a competitor. And when he said that, he said, "Oh, you're Dan." And Dan said, "I've got to start gluing a pie plate to my head so that people remember me." And that pie plate is actually a good metaphor for what has to be done in the industry today. Firstly, the yellow pages, the traditional way of finding a customer is gone. You have to be fairly high up in the Google rankings to get people on your site. You have to do local visibility campaigns to make sure your brand is seen around your local area. And you have to have some sort of a drip campaign, referred to as a drip campaign, to stay in contact with your customers on an ongoing basis. Now, the trick to a drip campaign is that you have to be persistent, but you can't be a pest. You have to have things that are interesting to talk about. You have to drip the information to them on an ongoing basis. Now, the reason why that is that folks today basically use the internet to do all of their shopping, and they can find anything they need in a matter of seconds. So keeping information or keeping literature about organizations is gone. My whole thrust today, even on the back of my business card, is to place my information on your phone, please. The fact now is the phone is the filing cabinet of yesterday, and your challenge is to stay in front of customers that when they do decide that they're going to go out to market and find you as a mover or as any product, is that you're front of mind. So you're doing things to constantly stay in front of them. And when they inquire online, a lot of the old farts in the moving industry, they still say, well, they're kicking tires. The customer's kicking tires, they're sending emails in here. It takes us so long to fill out a request and send it back, and we send them back a price and they never call us. They're not kicking tires. That's the way they communicate. If you were to get a COD call into your office, you would pick up the phone and try to get into their home at the very least. Giving a price is just throwing away an opportunity. So you have to have an internal operation that knows how to keep the client engaged, speak to them about what's going on in the industry, educate them on the rogue movers out there and what they might find online, and attempt to get your representative into their home or do a video survey or some such thing. I'm a big advocate about getting folks into the home, because that's and not into the home to count chairs. A 7-year-old can count a chair. Like, our industry is really flowing into just the sterile kind of technical aspect of estimating. The estimate is an opportunity to find out, firstly, what the challenges are to the client, if they moved before, or if they're upset or uneasy, or if they have extenuating circumstances that maybe you'll be able to help with. It's a consultative sale. And while you're going through and counting your chairs, you're talking and you're getting them engaged, and you're explaining what you do. You're sitting down and doing a presentation as to what you're all about. You're presenting yourself as a unique option. You're putting a pie plate on your head, figuratively, something that they'll remember. But the challenge is you have to be out there. You have to have that pie plate on your head. You have to be in your local market. You have to be doing some sort of a drip campaign to stay in front of clients over a long period of time, because there is no brand loyalty. Let me tell you that right now. We know of it. I know of some firms that have, their name right now, they've come back into a market, left a market, come back into a market, and the name recognition is gone. In the years ago, people had brand loyalty. Today, there is no brand loyalty for the most part, and people rely on honesty, transparency, and your ability to be in front of them when they need you. So again, figuratively, get a pie plate on your head and start approaching the sales end of things. I've been in sales my entire career, never got into operations, never got into management, no interest whatsoever. Nothing moves without a sale. And if you're not concentrating on your sales process and how to get in front of customers, you're not long for this world, my friend. Have a great day. Hug a mover.